Not private chat. There we go.
Okay, so where am I here? Oops, sorry. Hey, great. Remove. Okay, so we are connected. So you probably should see like a comment section up here.
Yeah. I see Elaine, Lizzie, Pamela. Show it to everyone.
Okay, so I always wait a few minutes, but we're already at 14. So, all right, everyone, how's it going? Hi from Scotland.
That's pretty cool.
As well as if you see anything with a YouTube, that means they're talking through the YouTube system because I'm connected to Facebook and YouTube.
Okay.
So hopefully that. What about me, Monique? Oh, you're always there. That's your mother, Blake.
Hi, Mom.
See, that's your mother.
Nice to meet you, Pamela. Nice to meet you.
Okay, so just wait for a few minutes. So, hi everyone. It's Ken Mason from Whispering Souls. I'm here with my son Blake, who's learning how to be a medium and does a lot of paranormal work as a medium. So I asked him to come in today and see if he would like to do some work with me. So tell him who you are, Blake.
Yeah, so like he said, I'm the son of Ken Mason, who runs Whispering Souls. I also, if anyone here comes from Lamar Mann's channel, I have been a mainstay on that channel as well, doing paranormal investigations, stuff like that. So I've been around the block a couple times, you can say, with this type of stuff. I also grew up with this stuff, so it's not like I'm just starting now. Like I am learning, but I have 25 years ish experience in it. So I'm just going to kind of piggyback off what my dad says. And if I have my own little comments to throw in there or something I pick up myself, then.
Yeah, I always remember when he was young that he always had picked up on spirits all the time. And I mean, the funniest one was he came out and he was doing the pee dance in the hallway. And I kept asking, why don't you just go pee? And he says, I can't. There's a man on the toilet. So I'd go out and chase the old man out of the toilet. And
it's polite to wait, you know?
What? Anyway, no. So yeah, we're going to go tonight is also a free read contest. So if you guys share or if I see you share, I'll put you on the list to get a free reads. Not free. Well, there's two of them. So if you share this event tonight, then again, we'll have a draw for 2 free reads. Okay, so we have somebody from YouTube. That's good. Hey. Okay, I was wondering what Monique was trying to say. Okay. There you go. Okay, well, Blake, loved watching you on Lamar's channel.
It's always a pleasure.
Okay, so let's get started here then. Okay, Amanda Rails. Amanda Rails. You're at 5:30. So you like to hear from your brother. Yeah, I got your brother, and he's just kind of laughing. Says, "You sure that he wants to hear from you?" Spirits like to joke like that, so they always like to hear from you anyway. So anyway, so the first thing he's letting you know is that it's kind of going to support over the next little while, because your next 6 months or so, you might find up and down a bit for yourself. I just kind of feel there's a maybe perhaps a conflict at work, or something going on, that he's just going to kind of like stand behind you and hold you back up and say, you know what, just put your feet down and it'll be all good. Because he knows you're still grieving him, and he's still working on I don't know if it's relation to you have or not, but to make sure that you're happy relationship wise. He's also saying there's a lot of wisdom that you're going to need, and you'll be filled in with from your grandparents that are going to come in and help you. He's still in your house, moving stuff around on you, just in case you want to know who's moving stuff. He's also playing with somebody's young girl who might be going crazy. But anyways, now the one thing he just wants you to know that he is still watching you, so don't worry about him not being there, and just he's also saying that you might be experiencing somebody else that you might lose soon, not a family member, but a friend. Perhaps you lose a friend or whatnot, but he says it's a good thing to happen, because then you'll have room for something else. Okay, well, anything from Blake?
Yeah, obviously, so my dad always can go a little bit more in depth than I can, but the one message I kind of got as soon as my dad started was just trying to tell you to keep your chin up, keep your head held high, and just keep working at your goals and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys shared common goals or common conversations around that, but just keeping your head up and striving for that perfection is what he kind of wants to see you do. Because he doesn't want you to stray away from that, no matter how tough things get. Just keep pushing for it, and you'll get whatever it is you desire. So that's the message I got.
Okay. Thank you. Just trying to figure out somebody who I just saw. Shoo. Tracy McKinley from Scotland, I believe. Anyway. Okay, so let's do a read for her. We got somebody from South Africa. Okay, so let's gotta get all cards involved, don't I? So the very first card I'm getting from you, anyways, is it's almost like there's going to be I hear the word time lapse, and I don't understand what they're trying to say, but I think it's like you're catching up on time. Time lapse. Also talking to your grandmother and your spirit guide. There's a time for you right now to look at major decisions, and it's like there's a major decision you're waiting on, and it's just time for you to make that decision and move forward. I also see you, putting away the negativity and striving to be happier and going out and spending more time out of the house. There's all kinds of new family or new friends coming your way. They're going to show you new things to do, and maybe this is the time lapse they're talking about. Things that you haven't done before that you're going to have friends come in and say, "Hey, you used to want to do this. Let's do this." But certainly, a time for you to realize that there's people out there that you're going to meet, and perhaps you're not going out as much as you used to or whatnot, but just new people that are coming in to move you in a happier place. But again, the major decision needs to be done and resolved before you can do that. And the last card I have for you is, being happy and spending time with people and getting rid of negative people around you. Just there'll always be negativity, but make sure you get rid of the major ones, and then you'll be able to handle the small ones without any problem. Anyway, Blake.
Yeah, I got like very similar message. Like, kind of just heard like it's time to focus on you a little bit. Like it's time that you take some time into caring for yourself, whatever that may be. And with that comes any toxic people leaving your life, and or getting rid of anyone who is not for the benefit of you, right? Because you might be somewhat of a people pleaser, kind of in a way, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it gets taxing. So it's kind of time to focus on yourself and your family. They're included in that. But yeah, that's the message I got you. Similar, very similar.
Okay, so that was for Tracy McGinley. Let's just hide that one. So let's go down. Okay, so let's look at Debbie Gore. If anybody's of interest, Blake, just let me know before I pick somebody, then say, hey, that one looks interesting. If you want to.
Sure, yeah, sounds good. I'll pick the next one then. We'll make it a little fun.
Okay. Okay, so put me on my toes. Anyway, so Debbie, from your parents. To have the female here, I guess this is your mother. Just kind of a message from them saying that, or let you know that they are doing well on the other side. And she is the one that touches you every once in a while. So whether you're in bed or something, you might feel a hand touch you or either pull your shirt or whatnot. She's also saying that there's a bit of movement for you and time for you to take care of your own health and make sure you're eating okay. Stop eating sugar. And she knows she's the one that takes you out of your body, and you have dreams of her at night, and that's because she's taking you out of your body so you can do things with her and get more information. But a lot of it right now she wants you to do is just plan for your future, look at your kids, the grandkids that I don't know if you have now or that are coming, but look at your future money wise, because you're going to have to penny pinch for the next little while. And just make sure you have enough for yourself, because she knows that you like to give to other people, but sometimes you just can't and you shouldn't. So whether they're hurt or not, or they need money or not, you may just have to say, sorry, you'll have to do something of your own. Also creativity, she says she's giving you all kinds of new stuff for your creativity. You're probably having all kinds of new ideas or perhaps even writing, but just thoughts in your head about how to be creative. Your dad over here is saying that he's very proud of you. They did hear you say goodbye. He also likes to leave drawers open just a bit and pulls in your toes while you're trying to go to sleep, so your feet might jerk. But he also says, when you're in bed and you're really depressed and whatnot, he often crawls into bed and gives you a big hug so that you suck in his energy, so you're much happier. And then, when you go to sleep, obviously he's waiting for you on the other side with your mother so they can take you on trips and whatnot. But the message I get from them really is that it's just time to plan for your own future and stop putting all your energy into other people. Just kind of look for the future and just plan for it. Anyway, so that's all I have for you. Blake?
Yeah, the main thing I got kind of came a little late there, but was to really start focusing more on your creative side, whatever that means to you. Everyone has a creative side to a certain extent, but really start focusing on that because that's going to get you through a lot of tough times that you have in the future. Will be that outlet of creativity. So, just to really hone in on that and get more in touch with that side, I guess. But yeah, I guess it's my turn to pick. Someone that stuck out a little bit here, they actually just messaged, was Emily Carvalho. I'd love to hear from my mom, please, was the message they sent.
That's the one you want to do?
Yeah, no, it's stuck out. The name stuck out, so. Yeah. But I'll let you go first.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's at 16, 18. Okay. Sure, put me on the spot.
I'm just the rookie.
Okay, so your mother. So the first thing she says is that she says it's kind of I don't know. She says you're still kind of grieving her, and she would really like to move you in a direction where you're more happier. And she says, instead of thinking of all the negative times or the negative death, think before that and all the happy times the two of you were together, and all the conversations and movement that you've always had in your life, because she always appreciated you in her life, simply because you opened up her eyes in many different ways. And she also wants you to know you've been together in a couple of lives. So even when you were growing up and you guys had the conflicts, you guys knew each other quite well and knew how to push each other's buttons. She's working on you to go and re-energize your energy. Go back now this summer to spend more time outside the house and dealing with the conflicts that are coming. Because she said there are some conflicts coming. And certainly having to deal with somebody that may be becoming ill over the next little while. So you may have to take care of somebody, or you might kind of put somebody in the left eye saying, I'm not doing so well. But when it comes to money, she says you're going to be okay. Just be aware of that, of the spending too much. This seems like there's money you're going to have to spend, and she says you're going to have to be very careful how much money that's going. But also at the same time, she says, she says, oh, geez, just lost it. Take care of your right leg, simply because you spend too much time on that leg. So move to your left leg. And she says after that, she says, not a lot happening that's in the future that's going to be bad for you. It's just a few little negativities they're going to have to deal with. And other than that, have a good day. Blake.
Yeah, the message I got, like, loud and clear, was just that she wanted to convey that she's proud of you and that she's proud of the direction you're going, and that she has no complaints in that section of your life. She thinks that you have a strong head on your shoulders and that you're going in the right direction, and that she's proud of it, that you are who you are, basically, is the only way I could really put it. And then, yeah, that's really the only message I got. But the name stuck out when I saw it in the chat. But she's definitely proud of you.
Okay. So, Jill Robley. Okay, so for some reason I can't write tonight. So 1941. So you want to know about your parents. Okay, well, the first one I'm getting is the male, which I assume is your dad. The first thing I'm hearing from him is that I just want to let you know that he's doing okay. He's happy. Tell the people that weren't there when he passed that he did hear them all say goodbye. And now he's just kind of jokingly harassing everybody throughout time. Because I see him, he just shows himself sitting on the couch where you're sitting and just watching you watch TV. Also putting his feet on the table because he knows you don't like that. I don't know if there's a small dog, but he keeps seeing a small dog running around. Anyway, so he just wants you to know, like most of them say, he is very proud of you, even though he may not have said it too often. And it's certainly going around and giving you a lot of energy. You'll notice that when you're walking around and suddenly you'll get this sudden shiver. And that's usually them walking through you or touching you. He also wants you to know that he's visiting you outside as well. So when he's outside when you go to the woods or near trees, he'll be standing there and you'll get a lot more information from him as well. And it's one of the jokes, and this is absolute joke because they don't see our bodies, but he just likes to say that he's the one giving you information while you're in a shower or when you're relaxed. They don't see bodies, so no worries about that. They just want to say that when you're in the shower and you're relaxed and you suddenly get all these ideas and thoughts and answers, that's just him talking to you. And like I tell everybody, if you sit there and you suddenly think of him for no apparent reason, then that's when you know he's there. Just saying that there's a lot of things also from the past that you're going to be working on to get rid of. Some of the negativities you still have from the past. He's going to help you with that. So, if you have sudden thoughts of somebody you're still angry, that's just them bringing it back up and saying, you got to deal with this. Your mother is there as well. He says they're together. They're for some reason he's talking and not her. But I see her that she's there and she's just kind of waving and they're holding her hands and going kind of says they're going traveling. So they may take you at night on traveling or, going seeing places or just talking together. But says, even though you can't see them, they are there and they are helping you. So, trust them that you'll get the very loving information from them to help you move forward. But it's your decision. So if you don't listen to them, then he says, well, that's normal because you're a very stubborn lady anyways. So anyway, he laughs and says, talk to you later. Blake.
Yeah, the message I got very clearly was just that, and your dad in particular, again, I didn't really get much from your mom, but was that they both had a good life and they want you to know that. Like, they want you to know that they enjoyed their time here. They enjoyed it with everyone and with family and stuff like that. So now they more want you and a lot of other members of the family to focus more on your lives and like they're good and they will see you on another date is the words I exactly got. They'll see you again. Don't worry about it. And they want you to focus a little bit more on yourselves and your goals and anything that means to you. Right. So, yeah. So that's the message that I got for that. So hopefully that helps a little bit.
Okay. So the next one is Justin Brazo. Okay, so Justin. Ever since I messed up my finger, I can't write correctly. 24. Okay, so let's see what your spirit guide has to say. Your spirit guide is letting you know that one of the problems that you're having right now is you're just not quite sure which way to go, but in a sense also you're too afraid to go anywhere because you don't know if that's a good way or not. Um, he's saying there's are people around you that are kind of misdirecting you and not really wanting you to go the direction you want to go, but in your heart and soul, you know that is the correct way to go. You're going to go on an adventure, a spiritual adventure over the next little while where you're going to be, having a glimpse of your future or direction of where you should be going. And I tell everybody, spirits always say that you need to get away from everything. You need to go stand in the forest near water by yourself. Don't bring a dog or anything, and just let your mind, just listen to your mind, and all of a sudden you'll get the ideas that you're supposed to go. Because your spirit guide says you've had 74 lives, so a lot of this confusion is you not understanding what all the thoughts in your heads are because you're an old soul or beginning of an old soul, as well as it's kind of like you're getting all this information in your mind from the spirituality, but you're also a very logical person, which means there conflicts with each other because it's like, could this be real? Could this not be real? So it's a lot of it is just by getting or moving away from people who are talking to you and just listening to your own self, and let your body tell you which one is correct, because your body is your soul. It's going to sit there, and it's like when you meet somebody you don't like them, your body will react. You'll go, I don't like them. If you ask a question in your mind and you go, should I go here? Yes. Then you go, yes. Then you'll feel your body tell you whether it's good or not. And your body, which is basically your aura, which is where your spirit guide talks to, where past loved ones talk to you, and so on and so forth, that's where you're going to get the correct information. The very first thought, and that's usually the best one. The only worry I'm having is over the next 6 months that they're telling me is don't overspend. Keep as much money towards you as you can. A lot of the overspending are things like buying too many Tims, buying stuff in grocery stores or gas stations as you put in gas, go in, pick up a drink or something. There are $5 a drink now, but just curve back on your spending for the next 6 months, and you're going to see a big change in your own happiness and direction. Okay, Blake.
Yeah, so very similar message, which is uncanny, but I just got that you need to take a step back from other people's perspectives and opinions on things that you do, and you need to just kind of lock yourself in and find out what you truly enjoy doing. This is just like a general life thing, not even necessarily a career thing, but it works great for careers too. Like, just take a step back and realize, what could I do with my free time that would be worth it to me and no one else. And then I feel like you'll find yourself a lot more once you actually do that, because you'll find your hobby, and then you'll find your people, and then it'll branch to a beautiful tree, hopefully. But that's the main message I got, that you need to take a step back and really just be within yourself, find your hobbies, find what you like to do, anything like that, and then it'll branch out as you go, and not to rush it. It'll come. Once you do the first step, it'll come. So that's it for me.
So Blake said hi, say hi to Zed or Z or
what's up, Z? I recognize your name from live streams with Omar. I recognize the Z a little bit. So,
okay, so let's go to Gene Holt. Okay, so let's go 2908. Okay. One of these days, Blake, I'm going to get you to do the reading first, right?
Sometimes. Oh, what's up, Song Wolf? I recognize that name. Show it to you too. Sometime eventually. Not today, though. I did not agree to that today.
Part of the training, buddy. Part of the training.
Throw me to the wolves.
Yeah, you're big enough. The wolves will just walk away.
That's true.
Anyway, so where are we? Okay, Gene Holt. Okay, so kind of the first message I'm getting from an older lady behind you. I'm not sure if it's mother or grandmother, but she's kind of sitting there letting you know that she's watching over you and making sure that people don't hurt you too much. She's giving you these messages that, you know, when somebody starts to get out of control or kind of annoying to you, that you'll get this feeling in your body, like I said, this little vibration saying, hey, you know what, this is not good for you. But she's also saying that there's somebody that's getting older that will require more attention, and kind of a feeling that you know, over the next 8 to 9 years, you're probably going to have somebody in your family pass away. Again, that's a long time down the road, but she's just letting you know. She's also balancing your life. There's certain things in your life that are going to kind of come to a stop, and other ones are going to start up again. It's kind of like everything that you've been focusing on that is not worth focusing on will stop, and the things you're supposed to focus on will start up. And certainly, you know, all this is a process of learning new things and learning new stuff. She's also working on your awareness, which is, you know, knowing where you should be, where you're not supposed to. And she also wants you to know that she's holding a child for you that I believe somebody in your family had a miscarriage, or perhaps you, but she's saying that she's holding the child. So whoever had a miscarriage, just let them know that she's holding the child. But she's saying there's 23 family members in the house, so the knocks you're hearing are from them. That's all I hear. Otherwise, she says you're going to have a fairly good path over the next little while. There's always bumps. It's all about how you deal with bumps. But anyway, so that's all I have for you.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So the one message I got, I had to clarify it a little bit, but is just to spend more time in the present. Like maybe sometimes you're thinking of a multitude of other things or other people or whatnot. The message we're getting is just enjoy the moment, slow down a bit. It doesn't always have to be a race or to get to the next day or whatever the case may be. That's kind of the only message I got. But yeah, just to take your time with it. Whatever is going on in your brain, life, who knows, right? Life's crazy right now. So just take a second, breathe. That's whatever that means to you, obviously, right? So.
Okay, so you want to pick anybody there, Blake?
Let me see. Waiting for one to just pop out. I've seen a couple highs, so I'll just say hi while I'm looking. Hey, Elliot. Hey, Angie. Sure. We'll go with Angie. Her name stuck out. Anything for Angie?
Okay, so can you click on her name to highlight her?
Yeah, it doesn't let me.
No.
Her name's Angie Lynch, 733. That's when she last.
Angie Lynch.
And there, she just recently, the last one to message, at least in my chat.
Get stop. Stupid thing. And Angie Lynch.
Yes.
That one.
Yeah.
It's a lady from, I believe, Ireland.
Ooh. I want to go there, to be honest.
Okay, so I guess you want me to start then?
Yeah, it takes me a little bit to get anything, so.
Oh, you got to get your kid in there so she can get messages for you to give to these people.
Yeah, it wouldn't be very coherent messages, but it'd be funny.
You know, she's 2.5 years old. She can say something.
That's true.
She can look at me and say, "Cookie." Anyway.
Yep.
I'm the cookie guy. Sorry, Angie. So there's a kind of a success coming your way when it comes to work or what you're doing at work. There seems to be more of a movement for you to uh, be more flexible in that kind of sense. So it's success, but at the same time, moving around or perhaps moving to different positions. There's a flexibility that needs to become towards you or from you that's going to make it easier for you. I also have, the release from a lot of stress that you're having right now. Um, it's kind of like, again, just that major decision, but I kind of feeling that major decision it's somebody that's older than you that may still be around that you're just going to have to take care of or deal with, get family members to make this decision about this person. I know there's a female that's following you that's just letting you know, saying, you got to stop. You got to stop moving so fast. You got to, like they always say, go to the forest, go back to nature to get the answers you're really looking for. Because otherwise, she says, even the sound of a car will distract you from listening to the people that are talking to you. She's also saying, there seems to be going to be a problem with your left hand. She says, make sure you take care of that. I don't know what it is. It seems to like be right in the middle, so I don't know. I know usually the left hand usually means that you're going to be spending money out, but this seems like a pain. I don't know what it is, whether it's a pain that's coming. She says, don't let it get too bad. Just take care of it if you can. So you might, have something fall on it, or you might grip something the wrong way. Otherwise, she says, make the directions that make you feel better, make you feel happier, but also makes you successful. So don't run away from things, fix the things, and then you can walk away with a smile. Anyway, so that's all I have for you. Blake.
A message that I got, I believe from Spirit Guide specifically, was that you need to ask a little bit more questions, maybe at work, maybe in life. I'm not sure, but that you do have to, at some point, start asking some questions when you're confused. Don't be afraid to ask. There's no stupid question type deal, because maybe you don't ask enough questions, or you don't ask for help enough, or you kind of try to tough it out more than you should or need to. So that's the clear cut message I'm getting for you, is that start asking some questions, especially at work is also what I'm getting. But because you might be, I don't know, moving up or whatever the case may be, you might want to start asking some questions. I also have that's a me fault too, but we're similar in that way. But you got to ask some questions. That's it for me.
Okay, so just a quick message here. If anybody likes what we do, can you please click the follow or like button, and go see Blake's YouTube page. And follow him as well. That's what she said. Just someone assigned to you. Anyway. So so if you're interested in full read, just check out our services page. I'm sorry getting distracted because I'm sitting here and I'm hearing these beeps and I'm wondering where they are, and I'm kind of looking around because they're not coming from my phone. And then I suddenly realized that my wife's iPad that we're selling is sitting on top of my printer, and it's beeping away. And that's what I just found out what it was. So sorry about getting distracted. I was just trying to figure where the hell is this coming from. Okay, how about Philly girl? I'm assuming you probably know her, Blake.
The name does ring a bell, but I'm also laughing about the iPad because mom always finds a way to wiggle her way in there, make an impact any way she can. And there's mom's iPad ringing away.
Yeah, it's because we got her a new one, so I have to go sell this one. I don't know if you can hear it beeping away over there.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you do, Mom. Don't lie. It's okay. Yes, you do. You always find a way.
She's probably outside with the birds. Anyway, so how many spirits in my apartment? Okay, so first of all, I don't know if I read you last time or not, but first of all, you have two dominant spirits in your room. I believe that they're grandparents. One is certainly, like I said, they always move things or let you know that something's going on. Grandparents will always, leave drawers open just a bit. But if you're wondering how many family ones are going in your house, they're indicating that there are 15 family members in spirit around your house. And these family members may be people you know or don't know. The ones you know, you'll chance that you'll think about them for some odd reason, or you'll smell them, or you ask them, why am I smelling this type of thing? It smells like grandmother or great grandmother. The ones you don't know, they won't make these because you just can't make a connection to them, but they're all connected to you spiritually through your mother. So because we are eternally connected to those through the maternal side. So anything that's maternally made or maternally made are directly connected to you. So you might be feeling those. The one thing she wants you to know, though, is that they're always there for your celebrations. When somebody has a child or getting married or whatnot, and she's just letting me know there are 2 celebrations coming up. So whether that's, new addition to the family or whatever that is, she's just saying that 2 family celebrations, have fun with them and don't try to let other people there cause conflicts or don't, allow them to make you angry. Be logical. Don't allow the anger to come through. But yeah, that's what I'm hearing, the amount of spirits that are in your room, where you're living. Blake, do you have something else?
I didn't really get too many messages, but like 15 spirits, you got a whole gang in there. That's good. I mean, you're doing well. They're all family, but yeah, basically, the only like small message I got kind of was just embracing. I don't know if you struggle sometimes to like embrace stuff that you like or parts of you that you make you. I don't know, but just start like embracing that. And if it's mediumship, if you struggle with embracing that, embrace it. Just embracing something that you might be struggling with, not knowing if you should, and the messages you should, and embrace it and be you, which I think you're struggling with a little bit. That's about it.
Okay. So let's see who we can pick this time. Dum, 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 dum. Okay, well, let's just see this one. Louise Maru. Let's see, 4409. Okay, so getting bad dreams. Now, bad dreams usually means that you haven't solved the problem, or it's like when they always say people, you have a dream of somebody chasing you, that's usually yourself chasing yourself because you haven't solved the problem. But let's see if the cards come up with anything family-wise. So the one thing that I'm kind of getting from the dreams is that move over. Um, a lot of these dreams I'm getting from your spirit guide is for you to go back to your creative side. There's a huge creative side within you. You have a very active mind, and you haven't been using it a lot lately. But he says also part of that of those dreams is letting you know that there's somebody that's above you that's going to have some health issues, and that you're going to be really worried about. And I just kind of get the feeling that maybe somebody will be told that they have a bad illness, but in the end, it's not going to be a bad illness. It's something that everybody's going to be so panicky about. Yes, they will have it, but it's quickly gotten rid of. And sometimes we get dreams about that as well. But self-health is really important as well. Make sure you know what you're eating. You are known to the spirit world as being a forest witch. And a forest witch just means that you know the forest, you know nature, and you're probably more adept at dealing with natural stuff rather than medicines and whatnot. So make sure your body's still in sync with the forest. Make sure that you're not eating crap, and and start thinking nature wise. But other than that, I don't see anything that's like really, really hugely negative. It's certainly not. You're not going to pass anytime soon. There's not going to be big illness anytime soon. Nobody's going to die. I mean, they're referring to the illness could be. They don't give me a time frame. I mean, it could be 3, 4, 5 years down the road. It's not like it's going to be tomorrow. But they're just saying that dream is just a reflection on yourself. So just think what it could be about yourself, and it's not about anybody else. So anyway, so that's all I have for you. Blake.
Yeah, I don't have much, but all I really got was that because I did see the message in the chat about the partner and beating and stuff like that, was just a little bit of your own worries maybe about your partner. It doesn't necessarily mean that your partner might go out and get beaten, but that you have some sort of worries. Maybe it's work, social life, something that you worry is not well for him as well. That's kind of the sort of the message I got to. Maybe, if there's something in particular that stands out when you heard me say that, maybe have a conversation with your partner. If not, I didn't see too many bad things though. It wasn't like it was like a super darkness around it. Yeah. That's it for me.
Okay, so Dale Stirred. If anybody knows me, everybody will know that I really suck at last names that I don't recognize. So let's go to 48. Okay, so from this Saturday, and yeah, sometimes spirits show me stupid stuff, but they're stupid to me, but probably mean something to you. So that's why sometimes I'll laugh when they show it to me. Anyway, so the first thing he's kind of showing me is I know you said it was a birthday, but he's sitting out at the table and he's got a cake in front of him, and his face is all full of cake. It's like he dived his face into the cake, and he's just kind of blinking his eyes, saying, "Oops, sorry." Because he's laughing, and he's letting you know that he's not going to let his son down. He will be there, and he will be enjoying all the festivities. He says. And to let his son know that he is helping him through life. And I don't know if your son's in school, but it's almost like he's saying that he was helping him with, the thoughts of school, or learning new things, and teaching him how to look in different directions, not just to be simple-minded, but to look in all directions. But he's also saying that, his son is going to be a very, very successful in his own way, but he's also going to go through some issues throughout life. That's just because how stubborn he is. We just laughed at that. No, he says everything's going to be good for him. He's going to have a good life. He just, he's just a bit stubborn. And just tell him that he did hear him say goodbye, that he was standing beside him the moment when he passed. He went to him as well. And he's been talking to him ever since it happened. Just let him, talking to him, letting him know that everything is still okay, even though you can't see him. So he just gives me the impression of him sitting in bed with his son and any other kid, obviously, but with that son, that he's just like staring at the ceiling with your son and just saying, and just talking. I don't know if they like stuff about astronomy now, but I keep seeing him looking at this, like at the stars. And oh, okay, he says, "You're my star." Anyway, he says, for my anniversary, he says he's happy just being acknowledged, and he'll just sit there and watch TV with you guys. Anyway, that's all I have for you.
The only thing that I really got, and this might be like a figure of speech that he used or something, but he just wanted to say "love you, twerp." That's all that popped in my head. I don't know if like maybe that's something he said or meant to say, but he just wanted to tell his son, "Love you, twerp," and you're doing great, and he's always here for him, and you could talk to him at any point, and that he knows how. Just don't be afraid to chat, and he's always around. So. But yeah, love you, twerp is what I got. Hey, hopefully that helps. Obviously.
Okay. So, okay, Blake, your turn to pick somebody.
Okay, let's do Juliet Chabot Pepper, just because I recognize his last name Pepper.
Yeah, I don't know if she's related to him or not, but
yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I know the message that I saw. She was mentioning if you see a pregnancy for her.
Yes, I've read her a few times.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's at 52. Okay. Dum, dum, dum. And so for what I'm seeing over the next little while, I'm looking at 6 months. I'm not seeing anything in the next 6 months. Unfortunately, I know you've been wanting to be pregnant for a while, but I don't see anything happening in the next 6 months. I do kind of see it in the winter time. And I'm asking your spirit guide, and it says, well, there's little things that are going on that just need to be adjusted here and there. And he says, part of the times is that you're just trying too hard. Sometimes, you just have to give up and just enjoy life. And then eventually you'll find that it happens without even knowing it. I'm just looking at the past 6 months, or the 6 months to the year point. But he's just saying, in the 9-month mark, your frustration will be over. And I think it's just like he says, you're just trying too hard and you're just focusing on it too hard. And once you just let go and say, you know what, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Oh well, there's other options, and then you'll find out you'll get that what you're looking for. But that's all I'm getting from your spirit guide. So anyway, that's all I have.
Yeah, what I got was just that. Yeah, it'll happen when it happens. It's don't give up, like don't give up on it. But at the same time, kind of like my dad said, like start living life a little bit. Sometimes when you want something so badly, it'll delay it because it'll make you wait a little bit. So keep trying, but and it'll happen. It's just it'll happen when it's the right time, and it might just not be the exact right time yet. It might feel like it is, but it might not be. So yeah, keep trying, keep going, but don't give up hope. But also keep living life. That's it for me.
Okay. Okay, I thought I saw somebody here, but I lost it. These things go by fast at times. Let's go right to the very end. Okay, so oh, no, wrong one. See what happens when it moves too fast. That one. So Melissa Robila. Oh, come on. Jeez. I tell you, writing today sucks. I'm glad I'm not writing a letter to somebody. I'd have to get my wife to do it. I have a bad middle finger and I'm getting it fixed tomorrow with cortisone. Apparently it's not very much fun.
No.
So my doctor likes to inflict pain on me.
That he does.
Anyway, hear from my dad. This is crazy. Is his first birthday in heaven from Pittsburgh. Okay, so the first card that kind of pops up, I'm going to show you, just to let you know what he looks or what he's doing in heaven. See if I can move it over here. This is him in heaven, fishing, sitting on a dock, enjoying life. So one of the things I'm also getting. He wants you to know that when he did pass away, that he was already out of his body and he was kind of watching over the family. And then when his grandmother came and got him, that she grabbed him and brought him over to the other side and he had a big party. So he says, a lot of the things that you're taught about passing and that is not exactly true at times. He was so worried about passing, but everything's really fun and happy, and there's no doom and gloom on the other side. But he's also holding a new child for somebody in the family. He says, he's all the new children that are coming. He gets to meet first and hold them and teach them how to annoy you when you're born. Like a grandfather, he would just train him well enough to know where the cookies are and just blink at you and drive you crazy. And that's part of his job. But he also wants you to know that he's here as well for his birthday. So when you have his birthday, just imagine he's there. He's sitting at the table. So you don't need to have a chair for him because he has his own invisible chair. But he says as everybody's in the room and celebrating him, he's going to let them know he's there. He's just going to either touch them or the energy will get really strong and very hot. But he wants you to know that he's very proud of you and loves you very much. And that he has pure love for you. And this is what the kind of the picture he wants me to show you. I know it's a female, but this is what he feels for you. Oop. So you've always been his angel. Okay, Blake.
Yeah, the message that I got loud and clear was that he's at peace. He's still here to bug you in a fun, loving way. Obviously, he's still here to bug you and pick on you and do all the fun things. It's just in a different way. It might not be the way that everyone's used to, but he's there. Like you said, with the invisible chair, he'll have it pulled up for the best seat of the house, and he's just vibing with you, and he's having a wonderful time. No more stress or anxieties or anything like that. So all greatness for him on that side, which hopefully helps you on this side. So
the last thing he said to me is let you know that he can eat all the sugar he wants, so you don't have to worry about it anymore, about him. Anyone, everybody, that's the end of our episode. So thank you all for coming, and thanks, Blake, for joining us. I should have you for more times.
Yeah.
And so we'll see you next Wednesday. I will pick the winner of the reads, or the free reads. I'll let you know tonight, and then I'll let you know. And hopefully, we'll see you all back again next Wednesday. Next Tuesday, we are going to be having a meeting with Blake's partner in paranormal. I don't know if he's your partner or not, but the two of you guys work together to discuss paranormal stuff. So if any of you guys are interested in paranormal stuff, then come join us next Tuesday. I'll put up an event for it. So, okay, take care, everyone. We'll again take care.
Bye.